It gives you a tremendous sending as well, which brings us on to the first piece of the programme today. The Growing Together garden run by the Trust Links Wellbeing Charity in Westcliff. That's what we're talking about this morning. Matt King is the CEO of Trust Links, and Guy Lowe works on the project. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. You were all fired up by that, weren't you? I could see the passion, the excitement that was going on there. No, Matt, what's the Growing Together garden? Tell me about it.
So we've got two Growing Together gardens, one in Westcliff on Fairfax Drive and one in Shoebury Ness on Elm Road. And really they're an opportunity for adults with mental health problems, with learning disabilities, and we also have school children come along to the project to learn how to grow vegetables and plants and fruit, but also to have a good time, meet one another and improve their well-being, their mental health and their outcomes.
And their outcomes, what, their lives, basically?
Basically, the quality of life is improved because they meet other people, they reduce their social isolation. It often improves mental well-being more broadly because people with diagnosed problems come and they improve their well-being by being out in nature. And it's not competitive, it's very much collaborative, working as a team and being part of a bigger community.
Competitive gardening is an interesting one, isn't it, really? I don't think I'd want to be involved in competitive gardening somehow. Look, Guy, why did you get involved to start with?
Basically, I got involved because I ended up in hospital.
Yeah.
And I had a choice. I was offered a volunteering to get me back in society, really. And they offered me a job on an allotment. And I thought, well, it's not my cup of tea, really, you know, being an ex-builder. But as soon as I got there, I found it so fascinating. You know, the actual people, mainly the people, but it's the actual growing. I didn't realise how fascinating it was, from preparing the soil,
right,
planting the little seeds and following right the way through.
And you'd had a few mental health issues yourself, had you?
Yeah.
And nobody expects these to come on, do they? They just sort of hit you out of the blue.
Oh, that's right. You know, I've had problems over the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And this has been the best form of therapy, dare I say, that I've ever had. And it's kept me on the straight and narrow. Kept my family happy.
Why do you think this has been so successful?
It's because it's a number of things. It's the meeting people, meeting other people of like-minded.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting. I didn't realise, I'd sound like a bit of a nerd now, talking about gardening, because I never thought I would. But it's the actual interesting part of growing it from a seed and seeing it right the way through. A lot of my friends say to me, why do you do it? You know, why don't you just go down the local supermarket and get some carrots?
Yeah.
It's just totally different. You know, and I'll get my grandchildren involved as well, which is nice.
And that's very important to get young people involved, because, again, a lot of this is generalisation, but some young people actually don't know where their food comes from.
I take lots of groups around our gardens, actually, and we've got all the different vegetables growing, and I sort of show them the different things, and they say, you know, what's this, what's that, and they don't have a clue. And so it's really, really gratifying to show them things that have grown, and then to take school groups in as well. We have groups from Milton Hall Primary School come along.
Yeah.
And they have a go at planting from seed and seeing it through and have their own little plot on the Growing Together gardens as well. And the school children love it, and they really improves their self-esteem and their confidence as well, and gives them, you know, real sense of self-worth.
I tell you what, having Guy on board must be like a godsend, isn't it, really? Being an ex-builder, you know, he must be just brilliant, isn't he?
Guy's fantastic. He helped build our log cabin, and we've got lots of pathways and that sort of thing, and he's also come over to our Shoebury site and helped build there. So we've got lots of brilliant people like Guy that come along to the project every week, and they all have a go, and everybody has something to contribute, whether they've got building background or whether they've got administration or whether they've got expertise in gardening. And also we teach people on site, so the Adult Community College come and provide a level 1 diploma in horticulture that they teach them, and also lots of vocational training, so people get skills. We also have a job club, so people can come along and learn about having, you know, getting opportunities to go into work.
Actually, that's interesting in itself, isn't it? Because Alan Titchmarsh, earlier this year, he was saying he's really worried that not enough people are going into horticulture and so on. So this is a very good way of attracting people into that sort of life.
I think that what tends to happen, I feel, is that sometimes when I do watch some of these programmes on TVs, when they use the Latin names all the time, and it seems like it's not for me because it seems a bit too high up.
Yeah.
You know, but if you only just knew that it was a carrot or a potato or... I found that much more interesting.
What's been the most... can't think of the word now, but the thing that's given you most pride that you've grown? People. Why are we whispering?
No, because I enjoy everything. Yeah. It's growing doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
It's the actual joy of seeing it from the beginning to the end.
And how do you dole things out? You know, how do you divide the crops?
Oh, we do sell the crop, actually. We've got a little shop on site, so people can come and buy their fresh fruit and vegetables. That's the most local you can get, just round the corner. We also use it in our kitchen, so we have people come and volunteer and cook in the kitchen and make all sorts of things. But back to your question about what we grow, we do grow people, and I think Guy's a great example of where he's come on, and he's also helping lots of other people in our project.
It's something that a lot of us have lost in life. Because we went through, without getting too deep on this, but, you know, 19th century or late 18th century industrial revolution, you know, and we've lost our contact with the land, haven't we?
Oh, completely. I've done a bit of personal research into my ancestry and found that my family's been in Essex at least 500 years, working in a small village, growing things, having a small holding, and finding that actually it is the most natural thing in the world to have that connection with the land and where you live.
And Guy, how can you see yourself taking this forward?
I'm at an age now where it'd be very difficult to get a job outside. I like being there because the age group that we've got at Growing Together is from teenagers, so dare I call it old codgers like me, that have been around the block, and we can help the young people, because I can pass on perhaps a little bit of my building skills to some of these youngsters. There's another guy there who's a carpenter. There's people there with I mean, I've done the horticultural course, which I never thought I'd do.
You've actually done that course?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
It's superb.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realise how much work there is involved in just preparing soil for simple, you know, before you plant your seeds.
Yeah.
You know, it's fantastic. I love the place. And it helps everybody.
It's great. Look, gentlemen, thank you very much for coming in today. I would like to hear from all the other people who are doing what my guests today are doing, getting outside with their allotments. What does it do for you? I mean, we've heard what it's done for Guy and Matt. What about you? If you'd like to join me, 0300 200 40 41. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for coming in. And may your tulips forever grow huge.